All right, so I'm gonna start out here. Grab my girl's feed. Oh, hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Watch this. Watch this. Bow down. Bow down. Where you going? 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 Come here, Susan. Get over there. Where you going? This is. They can do that. Oh, I grab this. Grab the little bowls. Put their feet in. They eat the grass around a little spot. Don't feed them Purina, leg crumbles, poultry feed. Right? And then we integrate 5-grain scratch. For them, it's like a snack. And here you got like seeds, dried worms, corn. So I blend that in. They wind up kicking it over just to get to that, to get to the big stuff. See, that's just they know. So this thing is literally a pecking order. Light brown hen is the oldest. The other two came together. Scissor, Jasmine, Mary. See, pecking order. Scissor, the big one. She's the oldest. She has a scissor beak. So once I get them fed, slightly distracted, come over here. See if he produces anything today. Which you have 3 eggs, one slightly dark brown, dark caramel, light, little, almost the same size. Then this light egg here. I believe this is the oldest chicken because she's the lightest, and these other two. So I just leave these up here. We'll come get those later. Then we head over here, cut the water on. All right. So for all of this, this will take about 45 minutes if you water it right. Several different beds. This bed is for community, different families. They divide up, put in there what they want. We have the double raised beds, lower beds. We have the bags. We have pots. We have big pots, small pots. So here's a multi-layered expression or demonstration of growing your food. And then, you know, we like the aesthetics. You want to keep it in a certain look, which this is, this actual design is actually like off of Sri Lanka, which is supposed to be the frequency of the universe. And the entrance that we created, this entrance is shaped and facing towards the vernal equinox, first day of spring. So the sun rises this way over Farmacy project. And this particular space that we're in is just a part of the Farmacy project. It is not the Farmacy project in total. This is the heart center of it. The heart center where we grow the food, where we do the education, where we do the cooking demonstrations. This is where you come to learn This is where you come to be empowered. This is when you come help to be one with nature, understanding nutritional value, the value of food, how it relates to you in today's society, your children's, your grandparents, all is one. This right here is one of my favorite boxes. We have an assortment of herbs, vegetables inside of here. A friend of mine, Craig Stevens, Dr. No Doctor, came out. We got busy planting these things in here. And that's one thing about Volunteer Sunday. You know, you come out and you put a little time in because you're going to learn something. You're volunteering and you're going to continue to learn something. Agriculture never stops teaching. Let me show you, for example. See, when you look at these boxes, you're looking at neighborhoods, not just looking at food. You're looking at all these different species, plant species, broccoli, red cabbage. Look at the herb, sage, peppers, flowers, more peppers, more peppers. What is this right here? No, yeah. These are little spicy joints. Mint, thyme, parsley, right? When you're watering these, everybody's going to need this. So this is like a community. Somebody has to make sure that everything remains organized. Everybody gets what they need so that they can thrive and continue to thrive. So that you can give birth and continue to live and continue to regenerate. That's what this is. Constant giving, right? Watering this every day, cropping these joints every day. For example, if I come here and I see this bad thing dying, that means this wasn't getting what it needs. It's been attacked. So we have to create a defensive system, right? We have to create methods where that doesn't happen again or so often. Then you have what they call seedlings, right? And I'm just giving an example down here at the bottom. If I want more nutrition from here, from this condition that we created to get to the top of this and these other ones, I'm going to stop some of these other ones down here at the bottom because they're just coming radic. They're just coming in. Nobody's stopping them. It's not organized, but it is by nature. But for the human who wants something different, we have to create a different thing. And I'm going to leave that right there so they can go back into the planet, to the soil. And here's the other thing. Here's the business part. Some people may need community hours. So guess where you can come get it at? By helping. And eventually we'll move on to other things that we do. I had a subscription, food subscription, things we're going to do for our elders to help them curb some of that money that they don't have to spend on food that they may not have. So super important for our children to see this. This is why the Farmacy Project program we created is for Black boys. So they can see the men teaching them is going to pour into them. It's not going to just be agriculture. It's not just going to be boxing. It's not just going to be writing your thoughts. You're going to get love. Those boys will get love, examples. And see, they always say, well, if Black men are the first to die because of cardiovascular, just like the white man is, but the black man, so-called black man, is the first to die. How do we combat that? Do we just go and continue to put on subscription medicine where they begin to consume even more things and not dealing with the cause that caused the cause and effect? What caused the bad diet, what caused the bad thought process, what caused the bad bodies, which caused families to break down, right? Which causes repetitiveness done by the children because, oh, their parents did it, they should do it. You go directly to the early source. You go to the child. If the black boy, the so-called black boy, is the first one in school suspension, if the so-called black boy is the first one, or the more of any other nationality in the school to be suspended, if the so-called black boy and black man is 1 out of 4 are going to go through the judicial system, then we have to have revolutionary, visionary, and proactive approaches that sustain the things that we practice that would not allow these things to continue on. So it has to be done through policy because partial of it is part of the civic engagement. It is part of the civic government that put these people in these positions, right? Food apartheid. White people didn't cause that, right? It was an economic move. It's because of racism. So we have to eliminate, even if we can't eliminate this to a certain point, we have to educate and empower our people to grow your own food, make your own money, educate your children. You shouldn't just be relying on elected officials to do this. This is what you're supposed to be doing anyway. We get that. So you have your boys out here, 6 to 17 years or so, 6 to 17 years old, learning martial arts, learning boxing, learning how to defend themselves, eliminating childhood obesity, increasing self-esteem, understanding discipline at a young age. This is when this is how you begin to combat all the other negative things. It's not that we're trying to save so-called black boys. We're trying to empower and educate and bring out the best version of themselves so that they can move on as adults and continue on with whatever we gave them and poured into them at the Farmacy Project. Because this is a project, this is ongoing. This isn't a one day off. We've been doing this since 2012 when we started with the Summit of the Moors right here in Jacksonville, right? Collective mindsets, economic power. Our children, our children in this city, you know, they can receive so much more if we operate as a collective, if we believe that these people can carry us forward because we've given it everything, we've expressed every things available to us. So this is just a small version of the Farmacy Project. And then I take you over here where we have the Sankofa Kitchen, right? We built this, got the stone, you got a piece of oven, marble countertop, got the flat top, and a grill. So we don't go to farm to table, we go to farm to the kitchen. You heard? Where the children learn how to prepare dark green leafy vegetables, fruit salads, anything smoothies. They learn that here. That's one less thing somebody else they would have to learn, or one less thing that they won't have to be concerned about because you're pouring into the whole person, holistic approaches, right? So let's go over here. Then of course, when you come around to the other side of the Kemetic River Estate, You get the water. Look at that bird. Big one. Jeez, oh, like a dinosaur. Yeah, I'm talking about 5 acres on the water. Now, well, what are we going to do over here? Oh, you're finna learn how to fish. You're about to learn how to fish. You're about to learn how to pay attention to the water, get the water clean. We're about to get into the ecosystem because it's all related. It's all related. Angeles Lake, Trout River. So you come over here and you'll understand, I have somebody who's a better fisherman than I am to come out. We're going to show over and over and over and over again how to fish, how to clean a fish, what type of fish. What's the saying about you teach a man how to fish, you can eat forever. That's right. It's the same thing about growing your food. Now, when watering your own garden, farm, whatever it is you're taking care of, you shouldn't expect people who don't own or control any part of what you have to have the same energy as you, or carefulness or thoughtfulness about the things that you own and take care of. If it's yours, you have to give it absolutely 110% the attention that it needs to flourish. Everything over here is alive. Every plant species over here is vibrating, giving off frequencies and signals to other species that can send them on different wavelengths. This is deep, man. Look at the butterflies going crazy. The bees with the sunflower seeds, taking it back to the queen. If this is a neighborhood and you live in a neighborhood or you're from that neighborhood, do you expect somebody to come from the outside and give that neighborhood the attention to even care about the things that it needs so that it can flourish? No, never have that expectation. It's the same thing with your body and your life. In order for you to be the best version of yourself, you have to get watered, you have to be in the right condition, and you have to create it so that you can flourish. Because if you don't, you cannot expect somebody who's not you to take care of you the way that you should have been taking care of yourself. And it starts with growing your own food. Out here at the Farmacy project, we all have we have different plants, flowers, vegetables, fruits, different versions of expressions and demonstrations on how to grow, how to take care. Our look is a little what they would call modern, maybe perhaps with the beds, the center square, the outdoor kitchen attached to the actual farm itself. Um, it's important to recognize partnerships because it was United Way's, our partnership with United Way Urban Geoponics, long relationship with United Way, that we were able to get the Farmacy project looking the way that it looks right now. And it's important that you understand having partnerships. And that's the thing we teach young boys about, your circle. You've heard the thing, look at your circle and you can tell what your future is, right? They heard that a long time ago. My boys, what we tell them now is, who in your circle is talking about their grades? Who in your circle is talking about the schools they're going to go to? These are the people that you need to, this is a mindset to have around you, not just the things. even at a very young age. You know, they can still be boys because boys will be boys. But we need our boys to be able to compete internationally on a global scale with mindset, with grades, with the actionable items in world politics, in medicine, in law, in construction, in agriculture. We don't need no more rappers. NBA, NFL will be okay without us. Won't be as exciting. But if we're out here, taking control of the world in certain aspects that we need to, because we suffered in these spaces. The boys, the women suffered in these spaces all because of how they looked, because those institutions were not built or designed for you. And so you suffer in them. To this day, you could be a millionaire or billionaire on TV every day. But if we don't want you to come in our Louis Vuitton shop, we ain't coming in. You heard? Look at how watermelon is looking before you see that big, huge fruit. And then look at the cantaloupe. Cantaloupe gang. It's crazy. There's going to be a lot of fruit to give, to sell, just so we can help maintain this little space. We are actual farm. So sustainability, we recognized this like 12 years ago. The best form of farm is one that sustains itself. The best form of nonprofit is one that sustains itself, meaning it has product, it has investments, right? The money may be tied up in um, whole life policy, where it's going to pay back a certain dividend a month, and that dividend may be just enough to maintain, and everything after that is just sweet. Right?